While episodes 5 and 6 gave us an incredible dose of character development, especially for Jax and Ragatha, the fandom is already looking toward the horizon, and all signs point in a very specific, sandy direction. So get ready to break out your towels and sunscreen, because the highly anticipated episode 7 is taking us to the beach. Maybe.
We should throw a beach party.
I know what you might be thinking. A beach in the digital circus? It sounds like a crazy theory from an even crazier fan, but here's where it gets interesting. This isn't just baseless speculation plucked from thin air. It's an idea built on a solid foundation of in-show clues, comments from creator Gooseworx herself, and even the wishes of the voice actors. Let's start with the most recent and perhaps most obvious clues. In episode 6, after Caine's initial adventure pitch is shot down by Zubal's now classic complaints, he simply gives them guns to entertain themselves while he makes preparations for the favorite character awards. We never actually see him doing these preparations. Instead, after the teams are formed, we catch a glimpse of Caine sunbathing through a hole in the circus tent, sitting in a beach chair and sipping from a coconut. It's a subtle detail, but it hints that an adventure set on a beach is definitely within the realm of possibility. But that coconut clue didn't come out of nowhere. If we rewind a bit to episode 5, we find a much more direct hint in a memorable scene. Caine is having a minor crisis of confidence, worried his adventures are no longer entertaining the circus inhabitants. In a moment of doubt, he asks Bubble what he should do. Bubble's response is, as usual, peculiar. You should die. You should throw a beach party. The first part is just typical aggressive Bubble randomness, but throw a beach party stands out. We know character suggestions can sometimes influence Caine's adventures. This idea might have stuck in the unpredictable ringmaster's mind for the next chapter. It sounds like a relaxing adventure they could enjoy for a change, but knowing Caine, it would likely take a strange turn eventually, typical of his classic traumatic adventures. These two in-show clues are just the beginning, suggesting a beach adventure might be closer than we think, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. To find the juiciest evidence, we have to venture outside the circus and look for clues in the real world. This is where the beach episode theory shifts from a possibility to a very strong probability. The Amazing Digital Circus community knows that Gooseworx Tumblr and socials are a sea of lore, jokes, and occasional cryptic teasers delivered in her extravagant style. Regarding this topic, her comments have added a massive amount of detail and fuel for speculation. One of the most cited and fascinating pieces of evidence comes from a response Gooseworx gave regarding Jax. At one point, she described a hypothetical scene of a pathetic and fragile Jax on a beach covered in oil from a nearby spill. This image is incredibly curious and perfectly matches the Amazing Digital Circus brand of extravagance. On one hand, it confirms the beach setting, but on the other, it twists it in a dark, surreal way. A simple beach episode could quickly turn into a digital ecological disaster. This fits the show's tone perfectly, taking a cheerful, familiar concept and corrupting it with a touch of existential horror. The idea of Jax, a character who tries so hard to maintain a facade of control and indifference, reduced to a pathetic and fragile state covered in filth, is an idea that could disturb a large part of the community, something his voice actor, Michael Kovac, previously mentioned in an interview. But the beach talk isn't limited to somber visions of pollution. Gooseworx also responded to a Tumblr question about what kind of swimsuit Jax would wear, replying with a picture of an old-fashioned striped bathing suit, a staple of classic animation and parodies. Combined with the promise that we will see more outfit changes for the characters in future episodes, a beach setting offers the perfect, fun opportunity to redesign the entire cast in beachwear. It gives the animators a chance to play with new looks and the fans a new set of character designs to enjoy. Furthermore, if we look back, Michael Kovac has publicly expressed his desire for the series to have a beach episode since the early stages of production, mentioning in interviews and streams that he thought it would be a fun setting for the characters. While a voice actor's wishes don't always influence the show's direction, in a collaborative, independent project like The Amazing Digital Circus, the line between the creator and the cast can be quite fluid. It's possible the idea has been simmering since the beginning, slowly forming until it concludes in a full episode that maintains the chaotic and reflective style Gooseworx has accustomed us to. Now, how exactly would this beach episode play out? While it would be a breath of fresh air to see Pomni and the rest of the circus enjoying the quiet moment on the beach, relaxing and telling us more about their current thoughts, or perhaps sharing fragments they managed to remember from their past, as we saw in the bar scene in episode 5, it's highly unlikely Caine will allow this. We saw him do it twice in that same chapter. He changed the bar adventure simply because he was bored, and he panicked during the picnic scene when he saw them happy and relaxed in an adventure he hadn't created, deciding to end their brief moment of happiness. It's clear that for Caine, his pride as Ringmaster is more important than the happiness and peace of mind of the circus inhabitants. We all know the Amazing Digital Circus is rarely simple and cheerful, and that's where the oil spill idea comes into play. The beach might start out beautiful, only for a sinister black stain to begin spreading along the shore, threatening to consume everything, very much in the style of the cancelled Pibby show. This could function as a powerful metaphor. The oil could be a manifestation of the despair seeping into their world, an external corruption they cannot stop. This leads us back to the vision of a pathetic and fragile Jax. This could possibly be Jax's breaking point, being consumed both literally and figuratively by despair and loneliness, forced to rely on his companions to escape the darkness invading him. This might be the moment Gooseworx hinted at in her leaked screenshot from the chapter, where we see Jax with a hollow, lost look and a shadow staring at him, probably finally letting us see Jax's long-awaited room, or at least a representation of it. If Caine creates the beach as a direct response to Bubble's suggestion and his own feeling that his adventures are becoming obsolete, the beach might have its own strange rules and glitches. Also, let's remember the time Caine promised the sun more voice lines, due to the fact that the moon had 1, 2 if we count the picnic scene, and she noticed she didn't have any in the rest of the episodes. This adventure would be the perfect occasion to give the sun more prominence and fulfill Caine's promise, placing her as either an important character or perhaps the villain of the episode. As a fun fact, the sun's voice actress is Gooseworx's sister, who also voiced the Angel in episode 3 and Pomni in the first teaser, but was replaced by Lizzie Freeman because she didn't feel ready for such an important role due to her inexperience in dubbing, declining out of fear of ruining her sister's project. Returning to the main topic to conclude, the more we navigate this sea of speculation, the more feasible the theory of a beach episode occurring right around the corner becomes. It's backed by many clues and details that might mean nothing on their own, but viewed together, they could be a nod from the creator toward a plot meant to surprise us and show a different side of both the characters and the circus itself. Everything points in the same direction. The real question remaining is the nature of this trip to the beach. Will it be a sunny, fun reprieve allowing our characters a moment of much needed normalcy and tranquility? Or will it be another surreal nightmare disguised as paradise, designed to break their minds in new and imaginative ways? Knowing how the Amazing Digital Circus operates, the answer is probably a mix of both. We can expect moments of levity and humor, followed by a dark twist reminding us that no matter how sunny it gets, they are still trapped in this digital world. The intrigue to discover what awaits us in the following episodes is immense, but what do you think will happen? Do you see a beach episode as possible? Would you like a plot like that, or would you prefer something different? Don't forget to comment to make this wait much more bearable.